Everybody. It is Tuesday, June 13th at about 12:30 in the afternoon, and it's about 90 degrees. Feels like 95, 96. It's supposed to get up to about 99 today, maybe here in Front Royal, Virginia. Just a quick update on our vegetables. Our last video was on the bees. Here we're going to show you our hydroponic vegetables. So some of them are in dirt too. So here's our cherry tomato plant that is it's just using the crack key method, which means there's no aeration in the bucket. It's just sitting in a bucket of nutrient. Not as much greenery on this plant, but still plenty of tomatoes going. These are supposed to be 4th of July cherry tomatoes, but they're relatively large. I don't think they're getting any bigger, and they'll probably ripen up at that size. But there's plenty of tomatoes on this plant, and there's a little bit of a problem. I have some pests, so I'm going to have to get rid of those. There's some kind of I don't know, little tiny bugs, but I know what to do. And the easy thing about hydroponics is I can just take this lid off, flip it upside down, spray all the things off with water, clean them off, cut the dead spots out, and we're back in business. Here we have our little mini garden of basil. So we have Genovese basil and some lemon basil that's already started to flower, and we have more little regular Genovese, which is Italian basil, going around in here. And we're doing this for two reasons: because we like basil, and because basil helps keep mosquitoes away, so they say. We've started a couple of succulents over here. I believe these are hens and chickens. I have those going. That's the dog bowl. Here's our big tomato plant that Master Blend actually put on their site because it's ridiculous, and I've already had to cut some down. But every day I have to fill this thing up with water. It's a 5-gallon bucket, and it drinks about, it won't hold 5 gallons because there's a little stone, but it holds about 3 gallons, and it drinks it all down in one day, especially in this heat. I may have to water it twice today. So, but there are tomatoes growing, and these tomatoes should get much larger than what they are, because I don't think I messed up, but maybe I did, and I'll tell you why. Because if you look over here, here's our other tomato plant. There's actually 2 in this bucket. I thought these were cherry tomatoes. I was pretty sure that I planted cherry tomatoes, but I've never seen a cherry tomato, let me get up in here, that is that big, okay? And it keeps getting bigger. So there's other tomatoes on here. Here's one that's got a little root rot. Let me get rid of that one, because we did have some water problems with this guy. Like I said, you have to fill them up every day. Here's our pepper plant. There are 2 pepper plants growing in this one bucket. I already took 2 peppers off. I can show those to you later. There's 1 pepper growing. There's a couple more on here just starting out. I don't know if you can see them. And then we have also some sort of pest eating away at this thing too, and that's why I want a greenhouse, and I don't like growing outside, because there are pests that I can't seem to control, at least not with a natural means. My next step is to try neem oil on this stuff. And here's a tomato plant we have in some dirt, just comparing. That tomato plant is also that's a large tomato plant, so that was planted at the same time as our hydroponics, but that's the stage it's at. Interesting, right? Got a couple of squash plants going on in here. If you're curious about the cups, message me or put a post at the bottom. I'll tell you what's going on there. And here's our strawberry patch. Here's my little dirt patch. Here's my strawberry system going on here, and as you can see, it's got a lot of runners growing off, and I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do, but I think I'm going to cut these off and I'm going to plant them and see what happens, because I think if I do that, maybe it'll focus more on making strawberries. Not that I'm having a big problem, because if you see that there's lots of strawberries growing on here, but I think I can get more out of this. It seems like it should have a lot more strawberries on there. But that's the strawberries. And then we have a problem over here with our hydroponic cucumbers. Looks like I have some, I believe that is called powdery mildew, and I believe that is an issue about not getting enough sun. So That could be because the plant's so bunched together. So I'm going to take and I'm going to fix that today. I'm going to make that widen out a little bit. The sticks are kind of leaning in towards each other. I'm going to make them come apart. And but I will say, I'm going to have to say that the hydroponic cucumbers were a success. There's 2 cucumbers I just took off this morning. There's more growing in there. One issue I have is some of the cucumbers seem to curl up, and I'm not sure what the issue is with that. So if you have some knowledge, lay it on me, would you? All right, so that's it from the garden. Sorry about the weeds over there, but I'm working on that. That's something I don't like to mess with, but there you have it. Thanks for watching.